resources under devolution. It is a system that it seems was not well thought out. It is a system that we rushed into. Because, Honorable Speaker, if you ask me, the lowest or the level or where devolution should be done in this country is at the constituency level. Because those are funds that can be touched, they can be felt by the people of this country. That's why, Honorable Speaker, you see certain busybodies going to the courts to challenge CDF, and as a house, and I agree with Honorable Elachi who spoke here very well, that going forward in this house, we must speak in one mind. We must have a bipartisan approach to issues and agree on a matter like CDF. We anchor it in the Constitution once and for all. So, Honorable Speaker, we clothe it under the Constitution of this country so that no one will challenge the same for being unconstitutional. Honorable Speaker, we support CDF, not because we just want to support or we love CDF. We support CDF as members of this House because we've seen the value of CDF in terms of development as compared to other funds that are channeled to the county governments or to other areas in this country. Honorable Speaker, if as a member of Parliament, in fact, I've asked myself, what will I stand to lose if CDF is taken away and I remain in this House and just do legislation, oversight, and representation? Honorable Speaker, we will lose a lot because, in a way, these are funds that have been used at the constituency level, and we have seen the benefits of devolution. So, Honorable Speaker, of CDF funds. So that's all, Honorable Speaker. There is no reason for us to delay in anchoring CDF, GAF, under the Constitution of this great Republic of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, we can do it in a bipartisan manner. As I finalize, Honorable Speaker, there is an issue to do with land. We've had a lot of challenges in terms of purchase of land to construct structures for CDF. Some of us come from constituencies where adjudication has not been concluded, and therefore we do not have title deeds. Some areas in our constituencies. Honorable Speaker, we need to sit down and maybe come up with a regulation so that if, for example, a matter is in court, it is under a succession, and there is urgency in purchasing land because the right to education cannot be postponed in this country. There's a section where you want to build classrooms in an institution and you don't have land. We have to come up with a regulation, or even the board can sit on its own motion and develop a framework in which we can be able to acquire land where there is no title deeds. Honorable Speaker, we can come up with agreements. Yeah, we can come up with standard agreements and say that this person has sold, or this community has sold this parcel of land to NGCDF, and therefore that particular parcel can be used to erect structures that are beneficial to the people. Honorable Speaker, we cannot be held hostage because there is a lacuna or there is a gap in law. So, Honorable Speaker, that issue we must address as a matter of urgency. The other issue, Honorable Speaker, is, yes, the other day I brought a motion before this House that we need valuers in every constituency so that they can be able to value parcels of land where CDF committee intends to purchase that particular parcel of land, so that we don't have overvaluation or undervaluation of that particular parcel of land. So, Honorable Speaker, we also need valuers in every constituency. Also, public works officers. Some projects are being delayed. No enough supervision of those projects because we do not have public works officers stationed in every constituency so that they can be able to look at the issue of the quality of the classrooms that are being constructed. Honorable Speaker, as I finalize, I said that going forward as a House, we need a bipartisan approach to debating matters in this country. Honorable Speaker, what started as a very simple issue has escalated, and as we speak, our country is not in a very good position globally. This morning, when I was leaving the house, my 6-year-old daughter, who was unable to go to school, asked her, why are you not going to school? She said, because of Maandamano. I asked that little daughter, that young daughter, what is Maandamano? She said, it is tear gas. It is shooting people. And as I left, she told me, Daddy, take care of yourself as you go to Parliament. Honorable Speaker, this is not the country that was envisaged by our forefathers. There comes a time, Honorable Speaker, that this country is greater than any individual. It is greater than the president, than the deputy president, than even the members of this house. We must first of all have a country so that we can discuss how we run it forward. Because if we continue in this manner, we may not be going in the right direction. So I call upon the members of parliament, and even, in fact, I even appreciate those young people, because in a way, they have reawakened the conscience of this nation. There are things that were not right, but these young people have told us, you need to strengthen certain paths. Honorable Speaker, I believe that the president of this country has the best interests of this country at heart, and I believe that the steps he has taken so far are very intentional towards transforming this country in the right trajectory. So, Honorable Speaker, we call upon honorable members here, and even these young people, our young people, our citizens, that let us have patriotism at our heart, and we appreciate that these young people have reawakened the conscience of our nation, and going forward, even as an individual, and even as members of this house, I believe that going forward, we shall be doing things in the manner that satisfies the conscience of our nation. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Esther Passaris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to contribute to the auditor's report on the 9